Thank you for coming today. I'm Attorney Gloria Allred, and I'll be making a statement, and then Irene will be making a statement, and then we'll be happy to answer any questions. On July 22nd, 2013, Allred-McCormack Jackson and I announced that Irene had filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against then Mayor of San Diego, Bob Filner, and the City of San Diego, which employed him. Today, we're very happy to confirm that we have agreed to a settlement of $250,000 to resolve Irene's case against both the city and Bob Filner. In our lawsuit, we allege that Irene had been the mayor's communication director and that during the term of her employment, that she was forced to endure being placed by Mayor Filner in a Filner headlock while he made degrading and humiliating sexual comments to her. In addition, Irene alleged that she was required to suffer Mayor Filner's telling her that she should work without her panties on, that he wanted to see her naked, that he could not wait to consummate their relationship, and that he wanted to marry her. Further, Irene was subjected to Mayor Filner's demanding kisses, and on one occasion when he tried to kiss her and she told him to leave her office immediately, the mayor responded that he was the mayor and that he could be wherever he wanted, whenever he wanted. In June 2013, after it became apparent to Irene that Mayor Filner would not acknowledge or change his behavior, she felt that it was necessary for her to resign as communications director. In the sexual harassment lawsuit that we filed, we sought damages according to proof at trial. Recently, the trial was set for February 2015 in this case. Yesterday, the San Diego City Council agreed to settle Irene's case for $250,000. San Diego City Attorney Jan Goldsmith announced the settlement of our case. This settlement is a vindication of Irene's claims, and it is an outstanding result for her. The law in California imposes strict liability on an employer if an employee can prove that she was the victim of sexual harassment. Irene did have evidence of her allegations. In addition, she suffered serious emotional harm as a result of the mayor's continuous sexual harassment. While we believed that a jury might have awarded her an amount in excess of the amount she agreed to in the settlement, Irene feels that it was important that the City of San Diego, which she loves, be able to put this lawsuit to rest. In addition, Irene was ready to go on with her life without the constant reminders in litigation of Mayor Filner and his unwanted and unwelcome sexual advances towards her while she was his communications director. With this settlement, Irene can begin a new chapter in her life. We thank the San Diego City Council and San Diego City Attorney Jan Goldsmith for resolving Irene's case in a positive and in a fair manner. While it is not easy for an employer, in this case, the City of San Diego, to decide to pay a settlement, it was the right thing to do in this case. And this settlement also avoided the risks of trial, which could have included a much larger judgment, which might have been awarded against them. We also wish to thank retired Judge Irving, who helped to mediate and ultimately settle this case. He worked tirelessly to resolve this matter in a fair and equitable manner, and we appreciated his wise counsel and assistance. Finally, and most importantly, I wish to thank my client, Irene. Irene is a profile in courage. She took the risk to speak out publicly as a victim of Mayor Filner and speak truth to power before any other victim would or did. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, quote, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do." end quote. Irene's example inspired and empowered other victims to come forward in unprecedented numbers so that San Diego could judge for itself if Mayor Filner had or had not acted in a sexually inappropriate manner with many women. In addition, because Irene filed her lawsuit, a mediation of her case took place. As a result of that mediation, the mayor agreed to resign. Irene deserves a great deal of credit for her key role in ending the term and the nightmare of Mayor Bob Filner as San Diego's mayor. Irene is a hero, and my law partners and I wish her every success in the future. Because of her courage, we were able to achieve justice in her case. We look forward to the next chapter in Irene's life. Whatever she chooses to do, we know that she has made history, and that she will be an asset to any employer who is fortunate enough to be able to employ her. Thank you, Irene. We wish you continued success. Now I present our history hero, Irene.
Good morning, and it is a good morning for me. I'm glad to be bringing this chapter of my life to a close. Unlike the last time I sat next to Miss Allred, I'm in much better frame of mind, and it really feels good. I'm glad it's over. The more we can put the former mayor's administration into the past, the better. It is fitting that the approval came the day before the election for a new mayor, and I thank the City Council for approving the settlement. The emotional toll from the time I joined the mayor's office until today was more than I had reckoned. But I've been buoyed by the support of family, friends, and people I met along the way. My thanks go to this defender of women who is sitting by my side, Gloria Allred. She and her partners, Nathan Goldberg, Michael Morocco, and John West, have made me feel like I'm their only client. They have been supportive realists all the way along the way. Thank you, Gloria. My love and thanks go also to my children, Vanessa Bowman, who's sitting right over there, and Lydia Jackson, two remarkable young women who are just great. Their love, laughter, and comfort are their mom's lifeblood, and I always feel their arms around my shoulder. I also relied on my family, my mom and dad, and my 4 brothers, especially my brother Michael, who is also sitting over there, who is the only sibling living in San Diego, has stood by my side since the day I left the mayor's office, and who spent days collecting signatures for the former mayor's recall. Thank you very much. Also to my friends, thank you for getting me out of the house, talking, walking, laughing, reading books, drinking coffee, window shopping, and sharing. You were right, I don't make a good hermit. And to my friends, Donna Fry, whose belief in the ultimate goodness of the universe and the serendipity of life provides smiles every day. I came through this much stronger because of her friendship. Her last day at the mayor's office was so sad for me, and starkly showed how obtuse and obstructive the office atmosphere was. Thanks for resigning, Donna. It showed me the way out. It was really scary to go public about how the former mayor sexually harassed me. I didn't know what to expect. I remember walking back to my office afterward, my eyes on the ground and my shoulders hunched. I cringed when people recognized me and waved me down or called my name. But I was wrong. To all the women that I met in the elevators, at sandwich shops, at baseball games, on the beach, in the grocery store, in my neighborhood, at the nail salon, on a hike, or even at a rest stop in Central California, your thanks meant the world to me when I just wanted to be reclusive. Your words of support gave me hope and helped me heal because you believed me. Your stories showed me that the abuse of power is prevalent everywhere and manifests itself in many ways. To those who shared their stories of sexual harassment and abuse, I believe you. There is nothing you did to provoke it. It just was, and I believe you. To the men I met and who wrote to me or stopped me on the sidewalk, in the store, in a restaurant, at the park, or at the gas station, thank you. You make your mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, brothers, sons, and fathers really proud. You stick up for your loved ones. Several of you told me of the trying times the women in your lives have gone through. I'm so grateful that you believe them. Finally, I send my love and regards to the brave women who followed me into the public spotlight this summer and told their disturbing tales about being sexually harassed by the former mayor. The almost daily news conferences over several weeks were stunning, and I watched with tears in my eyes. I haven't met most of you, but your courage is always with me. I know how difficult and how harsh it was to go public against a figure who held the power of political office for so long. Together we made a difference, and I stand in solidarity with you. I don't know what I will be doing next, but whatever it is, I want it to involve writing, and I want my work to be a benefit to others. I am very grateful for the love and support I experienced over the last 7 months, and I really want to pass it along and make a difference in my next endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And both of us will be happy to take any questions.
Irene, you said you came to the city to make change, and you did do that, although I'm sure it's not the change you expected. Talk a little bit about what legacy you've left the city of San Diego.
My first priority when I did this was to make sure that Mayor Filner resigned. I couldn't see somebody with that kind of behavior ever leading the city, so that worked. And I know there's a lot of abuse of power, and I know that based on the many conversations I had, that there are a lot of women who have been sexually harassed. And I hope somehow they can have the courage to come forward and let people know that it's not right, and they didn't do anything to provoke it, and they can do something about it.
Is there any special significance to the April 1st date?
No, it's just when I think all the details of the case will be wrapped up.
Can you tell us why you left work, why you were on unpaid leave? Why didn't you stay?
Stress was too much for me.
Can you talk about that a little bit more?
It's very difficult to talk about. I'd rather not.
And there were reports that you were originally looking for $1.5 million. You got $250,000. In the paper today, there was an attorney who said that they didn't think that was very much in light of everything that happened. Why was the decision made not to go forward? I know you touched on it a little bit. Not to go forward and not to depose Mayor Filner. I mean, do you want to try to answer that first, I mean?
In reference to the number, that was our demand. If, as and when, we had gone to trial, that is most likely what we would have asked the jury to return a verdict for, because her damages would have been continuing, not only until the date of trial, but until after the trial as well. And we think it's highly likely that the jury could have come back with a verdict on that number. However, this is a settlement. A settlement is always a compromise.